All right, so let's recording here. Continue recording here. We've got basically exactly where we left off in the last video. I'm going to try a little bit something different though. Let's see. There's nothing on this layer. Let me just get rid of it. All right, so this layer 3 is just where I was drawing with the technical pencil a moment ago, or actually technical pen. And I actually, even though that was just meant to be a little loose sketch to give you guys an idea of what I had in mind, well, I don't dislike it. So let's do this. A lot of times, if I'm drawing, a cliff or something like that, because that happens so often. um, I'll show you a little thing I used. I think I was doing this back in third grade, which is probably about the last time I did any sort of cliff. But look at this. If you do like a little, swoopy line like that, watch what will happen here. So we'll go down on all these kind of parts over here, right? This actually works well for if you're drawing a flag or something like that too. Okay, haven't had enough coffee. My hands are jittery. Make that a little bit thicker or bigger, yeah. See how that works? So you just kind of find these outer parts. I wasn't planning to do this, but that's sort of what the pen did, right? You can really do them anywhere, but I think they look best if they're coming kind of out of these the parts that are jutting out. Okay, so we got kind of a nice little thing happening here. Okay, now this is what I really wanted to play around with, is selecting just the interior part and then going to a new layer, making a fill. That part's bothering me. But all right, so let's do it. We're going to go over here to the S selector little icon. That is an S, and I'm going to click on automatic. All right, so then I'm going to tap. All right, let's do it again. Let's tap and then figure out the selection threshold. Okay. Might actually be all right. And then what I want to do is, I don't have that option, do I? I was going to say I could hit the plus sign and select more of it. See, if you got the freehand. Oh, maybe now I could do it. No, I can't. But look, you can tell that it did get that little area that I was looking to select. It's just not. It's not all of it. But that's okay. So what we'll do is we'll go over here and make a new layer. All right. So I've still got that selected, and then I can just grab this color, put that in there. So it's going to fill that in, and then I just have to go back over here to this layer and just same trick again. Then so we'll go over here and we'll just select using the automatic option. So I just tap inside of there. For some reason it does that little, looks like I had a brush stroke or something down there, but it's okay. Let's see. So again, let's go back and see. Oh, well, no, actually that didn't select it. All right, let's try it again. So tap on it and then, all right, so I don't know if it got it or not. Yeah, it seems like it's doing okay because look, you see all the diagonal parts and that's all white. All right, so yet again, let's go over here. Let's click on layer 4, fill that in. Okay, moving right along. Again, go back over here to layer 3. I'm gonna grab. Oops. Oh, that's because I'm on the wrong one. Gotta hit automatic. Okay. Tap right there. Again, it's questionable whether or not, yep, it did it. All right, so good. Go back over here and move that down. Okay, so now, yeah, all right, this is good. So now we've got this kind of little iceberg shape on layer 4. So I can do shading and stuff like that on another layer using that as basically my selection device, right? So now everything other than this blue is selected. And I basically want to do the same thing for these other parts. So I'm going to kind of turn that off, go back over here to layer 3. And this one will be a little bit easier because now when I do it, let me close this out. I think this top part is all one unit. So again, select it. Okay, looks like it got it. Go over here. And then, so I'm going to keep these separate. And then this time around, let's just go for a kind of a lighter color. Drop that on there. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so that's a lot easier than filling stuff in. And you know what? I think I want this to be, again, a nice part of having separate layers is I don't want the blue of that to be the same as that tree. So let's kind of make it maybe a little darker. Here we go. Okay, but again. And now, did I show you guys this last time? You can, if you tap this or hold down on it, it's a little hard to tell, but it'll go between whatever your last color was. Okay, so, well, now they're the same. Doesn't really help you. Okay, yeah, so we got something like that going on. And you know what? Yeah, there we go. Maybe make it a little bit lighter. Okay, all right. So, yeah, let's play around with texturing this a little bit and just give it a little bit more dimension. So let's go and grab kind of a nice, let's see, probably, you know, we could have a little fun with these spray paints, the flicks and things like that to maybe give it more of a snowy effect. But just for right now, again, I like kind of sticking with the charcoals. For these textures, and let's go. Okay, so I'm going to tap this. I'm going to hit select, so it's got all that part, and then work on a new layer, and I can kind of safely do this without. And let me get my left hand over here playing with this. Might go with more of a white. At some point, it'd be kind of nice to know what the background sky was going to look like, so I can sort of match some of this to that. I'm trying to undo. And let's just go ahead and see what it'll look like. Let's pick out a good background color. Let's go ahead and add another layer, and let's get one of our airbrushes, big old fat airbrush. How about this medium airbrush? Hey, let's go ahead and commit to some actual sky. So what we'll do, and again, we're on a layer that's below everything else that we've drawn. Let's start off with a little light blue. So kind of make this, yeah, there we go. Something like that. Okay. And be sure that we actually get that side as well. So I'm just kind of swooping across the sky here, kind of going up with it. I want it to seem like there's some real energy going down the hill. And then let's get a nice little darker color. I might set this opacity down quite a bit on that. So there we go. And let me tell you, if you think I really know what I'm doing here, I sort of don't. Just kind of winging it. Okay, but at least it gives us an idea of, you know, how dark or how light or how dark some of our other elements should be relative to our sky. And I'm kind of tilting this thing so it, yeah, kind of gives me an even wider brush. There we go. Okay. Now, yeah, let's go back over here to this layer. I'm going to select it again and I'm going to go ahead and just put another layer up top here, and we'll work within that one. Okay, so yet again, let's go find some of our charcoals, and how about our burnt tree? Why not? There's not an ice one. And gonna keep the saturation kind of low. Let's see how big this is. You know, that could actually look sort of good. Let's try it like this. And of course, what we can do once we get it in here is play around with some of the blend effects on this. Maybe let it seep in over there a little bit. And what I mean by that is, all right, so we've got layer 8. I'm going to click on the little N icon right there. And actually, let me move the screen off just to the side a tad. Okay, so we can going to go through here, and well, obviously we can adjust the opacity. It's pretty hot right now. But we could see what, if we lighten with that, obviously that's going to kind of give us the opposite effect. Anytime I'm playing around with these, I tend to just go through them all and just see if there's one that really jumps out. So it's almost kind of like stumbling into a good solution for what you've been doing. Probably, I mean, my original intention here was to darken things up. So let's try it with color burn. Something like that. Yeah, it's not too bad. Okay, all right, now let's deselect that. Do have to address this little area down here that has no color on it. And let's do that now. Okay, so I've got this selected. Again, I'm going to try to get away. Well, you know what? Let's do a little something different. Let me put a new layer over here. I'm going to put this underneath the ink for the background, and if you just kind of want to see a little slightly different way of selecting an area, let's go over here, freehand it, and just tap right there, and we'll just kind of come along the bottom, and you can almost do this, I think, in some cases as quick as you can use that automatic selection, right? That didn't take too long. Okay, and now that we've done that, and we are still on that blank layer over there, let's fill this in with some color. Let's go with, I don't want to do too many fancy brushes for right now. Let's just try a nice little soft brush. Kick the size up a bit though, and let's see, maybe you can see in some areas I didn't really get it, but that's okay. Could always move that up slightly. There we go. Okay, now again with that with the selection in mind, let's go over here with the freehand selection in mind, I should say, and let's do a little shadowing on the trees. So I'll start over here, and let's go out this way. No, go a little further out there. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of loop back this way. Now, obviously, I've only got this little area selected, but what I could do is, I thought there was a plus sign that was not gonna, well, maybe not. How come I'm not getting the plus? That's what I want right there, is right next to automatic 2 over. Well, that's okay. Yeah, let's just go ahead and bump up another layer, and we'll take we'll just keep it the soft brush. Just going to darken this out a little bit so we can just fill that in. And let's see. Yep, that's okay. And same deal. Just I think I could speed things up by just doing one of these selections. Oh, nope. Let me back it up. There we go. Tap. Okay. Same deal. Get that in there. Okay. And if we wanted, we could even take the eraser a little bit and kind of just maybe smudge out a little bit of it. That would be one way of blurring it. We could actually just blur it. Both of these shadows are on the same layer. So we could go over here to our adjustments, and you could throw a little motion blur in there. Just take your finger or your pen and just slide along the side of the, or just go from left to right. See what's going on with that. All right, that works. I sort of like the hard edge shadow, so I'm going to keep it somewhat unblurry, but also a little blurry. All right, so you know, we could probably throw some more trees in here real fast. What my time? My time is under 20 minutes, so let's do a real quick tree. I'm gonna go click on this, and where's some of my is it organic? Yes, reed. Let's go with a reed here. Okay, so let's get kind of a dark blue, and as usual, let's work on another layer. So this will be right underneath the trees. Let's see what the size of this is looking like. Ooh, I don't want double. You know what? Maybe not the best option for this. Let's just go with a technical pen. And okay, I'm gonna go a little bit darker. All right, so we're gonna, yes, something like that. And let's just try making some dead trees. Okay, so that one didn't make it all the way. You stagger them a little bit, and I think it could be a little bit more like that. I meant to move the screen, but now I'm moving that guy. Okay. Certainly this is easy to copy. You know, you can select that. Again, you can do a layer copy, or you can also take 3 fingers, swipe down, you get copy, paste. It's effectively the same thing because it's going to put it on its own layer. Oop, I thought it did. Maybe I did not actually paste it. Let's try it one more time. Copy, paste. Okay. Oop. Well, not sure why that didn't work. Okay, so there's two ways to do this. Duplicate it. All right, well now I've got 2 of them. And hey, let's play around with skewing this a little bit. Remember, if you hold down one of these guys, you get to do some fun stuff like that. 2 fingers, you turn it, squish it out. Let's duplicate this again. Put one of them back here, maybe. All right. Okay, it's just gonna drive me crazy if I want to try it one more time. Paste. Come on, baby. Where'd you go to? Did you paste? No, it didn't do it. All right. Okay, well, that's okay. What I'll probably do is take a little break in the video and come back with a nice section on really texturing this guy out. I think in some ways that will improve it and not just necessarily texture it for just the sake of texturing it. And I'll probably copy out some more trees, but you don't have to watch me unsuccessfully copy that many more times. Okay, I'll see you in the next video where we wrap up this illustration.